Still not hyped about Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart? You should be, and here's why. Ladies and gentlemen, friends and family, we are just 1 month away from the release of Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, and if you are still on the fence, if you are still unsure about what the hype is all about, hopefully I can clear some things up in this video for you that will give you a bit of a clear understanding of what can be expected from this upcoming Ratchet & Clank and why it's so special that such a game is returning at a time like this. So starting out, we were given a little bit of a preview. I'll put the link to this video in the description down below, but we were given a bit of a preview as to the final kind of build of Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. With a month out from the game, I'm sure Insomniac is still putting some finishing touches on it, but I believe that what we're seeing currently is probably what we're going to expect to be seeing. And we were given some pretty great information and some things that you might have missed. You know, looking at this and looking at the gameplay reveals that we've seen, there's just so many reasons to be excited for the release of Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. One of the main reasons that I can think about is Rivet. Rivet herself as a character is such a pivotal part of this, you know, kind of a rebirth of Ratchet & Clank, because in previous Ratchet & Clanks, all the way dating back to 2002, we haven't exactly had a new character that was really someone that we could be excited about, you know, and not even just a new character, because, you know, Ratchet & Clank games have always introduced new supporting characters, but from what we've seen in the previews and from what we've gathered in the final preview that we just saw, you know, Ratchet & Clank is introducing Rivet as a playable character, a character that, you know, I'm sure is going to have a major impact not only on this game, but could potentially have an impact on future Ratchet & Clank games in the future. So I'm really excited for what she's going to bring to the world of Ratchet & Clank, and that's just what we know now. I'm sure the game itself is going to flesh her out as a character, give her a lot more life, a lot more depth, to the point where by the end of Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, I'm very confident that we might be seeing a lot more of Rivet. So that's just one of my takes on, you know, one of the reasons to be excited. Another thing that we can instantly gather is the importance of the gunplay. The gunplay just continues to look so smooth in this game. The weapons just look great. I can't imagine what they're gonna do and how they're gonna feel in regards to their combination with, you know, PlayStation's new controller and the new DualSense. I mean, that's going to be a whole different feeling. That's going to just immerse us in the game that much more. I feel like that's going to be a huge component of the game. And, you know, we've seen a couple of the weapons, we've seen some blasters, we've seen some throwable items, and I feel like there's so many more weapons they haven't even shown us yet. I'm sure Insomniac, as I've said before in previous videos, is keeping everything very close to the chest. They don't want to give too much away, but what we have seen is just so tantalizing and so exciting that it's, you know, and to be honest, the weapons have always been a pinnacle part of the Ratchet & Clank experience, and being able to rank them up and have them evolve into something even more powerful, it's always been ingrained in the Ratchet & Clank DNA. So using new hardware, more powerful hardware, you know, the SSD from the PlayStation, I feel like it's just going to make not only the way the weapons feel, but the way that they look, that, you know, how much color they provide to the world. It's going to be absolutely insane. Another reason to be excited for Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart is just the technology that the PlayStation 5 is implementing. You know, we've heard a lot of talk about, you know, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, and one of the big things that continues to be the headline is just how much Insomniac has been able to utilize PlayStation 5's software and hardware, you know, and you know, to create something that is, you know, a truly next-gen experience. And this game has been touted as a true next-gen experience. So, you know, from what we've seen in the gameplay reveals, from what we've seen in trailers, you know, using the Rift abilities, it is very clear that this is, you know, hopefully not something that is being kind of overestimated, but something that is a true foundation to what this game is going to be. And the mobility is there, the way that you're able to move and traverse around the world, you know, the minimal to no load times. I feel like the PlayStation 5's hardware is just going to create an entirely new way to experience Ratchet & Clank, and I'm so excited for what they're going to do with this game. Another thing to be considering as we look into the release of this game is that we haven't had a Ratchet and Clank game, a true new Ratchet and Clank game. We haven't had that in years. Now, the latest Ratchet and Clank release was 2016's Ratchet and Clank. However, that was a remake of the 2002 game. So even before that, we haven't seen a real Ratchet and Clank game in a long time. And I feel like that's just reason enough to jump into this game. You know, I just feel like there's so much potential here for not only this to be a new Ratchet and Clank game, but for this to be the rebirth of bringing in an entirely new fan base and really just having this become the pinnacle cornerstone of future Ratchet and Clanks that we could see later on down the line. So, you know, it is really exciting to see what the potential that this game could have on the future of the franchise. And that, I mean, geez, I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but I do feel like this is going to be the start of really something beautiful in the game. So I'm really excited about that. You know, we look on, we can see that there's going to be new characters even besides Rivet. That, you know, we still haven't seen the giant mech that we've seen videos about. And I mean, that's, I don't know. I feel like there's just so much that we still don't know about this game. But one of the last things that I want to bring to our attention is that we haven't had, you know, we haven't had many missteps from Insomniac as of late. If we look at their track record, they've put out Ratchet and Clanks, which from my personal perspective now, and this is just my opinion, most of the Ratchet and Clank games I've ever played have always been nothing less than phenomenal. Now, this is probably coming from the mouth of a true fan, somebody who has been playing the games, and even if they weren't that great, the story-wise, I'd still probably play them. But even more so than that, we look at, you know, Spider-Man. We look at Miles Morales, their most recent project that they released. Insomniac has been at the top of their game in a way that we haven't seen before. Like they're putting out absolutely solid hits. And I feel like Ratchet and Clank could potentially be a Game of the Year contender. You know, I think that's something that we should definitely keep in mind. But Insomniac, like I said, has just been putting out some really great experiences for players. And I feel like this is just going to add to their collection of great hits. So, you know, that's just some of the reasons that I'm excited. Like I said, we have less than a month away from the release of Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. I don't know about you, but I'm incredibly excited. But I really want to hear from you guys. Let me know down in the comments below. Will you be playing Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart day one? Are you excited? You know, and if this is your first entry, you know, your first game in the series, please let me know. I would love to discuss with you and share in some of the excitement as well with you guys. But I don't know. With just a month away, the next thing we'll be doing on the channel is experiencing this game, hopefully. So I hope that I'll be able to catch you guys there. Hit the sub button, all that good stuff, so that you don't miss out on these. You know, we'll definitely be doing parts. I may even live stream it, although I'm not quite sure just yet. Let me know what you guys would prefer to see, and maybe I'll do that. But until then, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're excited, as excited as I am for the new Ratchet and Clank. And if you guys are, please let me know down in the comments below. But until then, I hope you're safe. I hope you're doing well. And thanks for watching. Cheers.